Well, what are we going to do?
I don't... Have you got any ideas?
Any ideas? Yeah.
No?
No, he doesn't look particularly involved, does
Well,
he?
maybe people don't think the intros are funny anyway, so...
All right. Well, I suppose we'd just better say hello then, haven't we?
Hello, everyone!
Hi.
Hello!
Hello, everyone. Welcome one and welcome all to Fab Live, episode 9.
I can't believe it's episode 9.
We say that every month. We're amazed that we make it. Basically.
Incredulous at every point during this.
Who would have thought, way back in January when we had our first spectacular episode, that we would now be viewed and enjoyed by, well, many thousands of people.
Nobody's really said they're enjoying it.
Well, okay, we're inferring that they enjoy it because sometimes they watch again, don't they?
Yeah, from time to time.
And sometimes they let us know that they've been watching and they say hello.
Yes.
For example, Chris Honey has just said hi, guys. Charlotte Bone says hello, boys.
Hello.
And James Fielding says hello, boys. Robert Hill says hey. Mark Simpson Wedge says hello.
Wedge.
I know, I'm speaking much too fast because I'm excited. I get like that.
Yeah.
I must learn to calm down.
This is very exciting.
It's very nice to have you with us yet again for another exciting edition of Fab Live.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I haven't thought of anything beyond that, really. That's all I've got.
Not really. It's all been a bit of a frantic
Yes.
afternoon
Yes.
/ evening to get here in
Yeah.
time, and Richard had to race out to a station
Yeah.
in a secret location
That's
to
true.
pick me up in Thunderbird 6.
That's true. That's right.
Is that what we call or Thunderbird 7 we should call it, really?
We should.
Thunderbird 7.
That's right. But here we are for our latest episode, chock full of news, quizzes, competitions and prizes. We've got a great giveaway for you tonight. We also need to reveal the winner of last month's giveaway.
Huge giveaway.
Yep. Stay tuned. We had, dare I say it, over 500 responses to last month's competition.
Yeah.
So good luck if you send us an email at fablive@jerryanderson.co.uk
Yes.
with your answer. Fingers crossed. Let's hope you were right.
But for clarification, the competition entries are now closed.
That's it. That's
you
it.
cannot enter the Captain Scarlet giveaway.
No, that's it. It's all over now, and we'll have another competition for you later. We also, I know you'll be delighted to hear, have more editions of Fab Live and Blankety Blank. Oh,
And Fable Fib.
Fab or Fib.
Yeah, it's
Did
back
I
to-
say Fab Live?
Yeah, he did.
No.
It's back to Fable Fib now after
Yeah.
last month's special
Yes.
SIG or SIR.
Yes, Ricky Johnston says, hello! Ralph Titten's got his little bottle of local cider and he's settling down to watch. That spells danger. I think.
Dangerous
There
game.
might be some drunken typing a little later on.
Yeah, Ralph, please don't heckle us. in the
We need to
comments.
introduce ourselves officially. Because
Yes.
we're acting like everyone out there knows who we are and it's one big party. And for the most part it is. But we might have some newbies who are joining us for the first time tonight. Please don't be put off by what you've seen so far. It's not always like this.
It improves marginally by the end.
It does, just very, very slightly. So hang on. Well, I'm Richard James. There I am. I was in Jerry Anderson's Space Precinct, where I once met a 9-year-old boy by the name of Jamie Anderson.
Yes,
What?
you did. No, you're right.
That's true.
And I am that 9-year-old boy. Not
Yeah.
that you believe it now.
That's
And I am the younger son of the late, great Jerry Anderson.
Yes. And here we are, celebrating all things Jerry Anderson, talking about his fantastic legacy of brilliant shows that we've all grown up with, but also things that are happening now. It's still very current, still lots of projects on the go, and into the future as well,
Yes, correct.
which is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, alive and kicking.
Alive and kicking. Yeah, absolutely right, yes. Jennifer Whitby says, welcome to First Timers. I think that's a very good sentiment, isn't it?
It is.
So welcome if you haven't joined us
We're a
before.
very friendly, welcoming crowd, and
Yes.
we'll try not to make this impenetrable with weird geekiness like Fab or Fib and all that.
Yeah, I know. Oops. Heaven knows how you found us or how you got here, but we're very grateful that you did. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be here for, I don't know, anywhere upwards of an hour, really. Depends
Somewhere
how
in
we
there.
feel.
Although you can cut this short at any time by leaving the broadcast. Please don't know.
Okay. Annie, is that Byron or Byron, says this is the second time that she's caught Fab Live out of 9. It's not bad, is it, I suppose? Not a bad hit rate.
No, but maybe she only started last episode. If she did one and was put off and then thought I'll give it a go now, it's not so
Yeah.
good. Jennifer, why leave? Well, Jennifer, you're quite right.
Yes.
Why would anybody do that?
Exactly. So much
We've got all sorts coming up. There's so much news because we've just had Captain Scarlet's 50th birthday and Thunderbird's Day.
Yes.
There's lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about.
Yes.
Which is rather exciting.
Yes. Randy Ronson says hello from Miami. What on earth is going on here?
Oh, sorry, I'm getting up the news summary in the background so I can see what's going
Excellent,
on.
I see. I should just say, if you want to watch any previous episodes, you can find them all on the Jerry Anderson YouTube channel.
Yes.
And indeed...
On the Jerry Anderson website.
Yes.
And on Facebook. I mean, they're everywhere.
They are, you've got no excuse.
You can't avoid us, I'm afraid.
You're
Terribly
right.
sorry about that.
We know where you live. So, is it time to kick things off with a bit of news, or...?
Yeah, I think it is. And we've got a brand new news intro from
Wow.
Rick van Grieken.
Yes,
Is that,
well done.
Rick, you have to comment and say if I've got the pronunciation of your name right. Who can't see our strings? Roly Mo.
Oh.
Is that
that's
Wayne
an error.
Forrester in disguise?
It could well be,
be. Anyway, as ever with these videos, the volume is highly unpredictable.
We still haven't got it right, he means.
So please let us know if there's a volume issue. Apologies for blowing out your eardrums. And here we might go.
Roll news. Well, we're hoping you heard that.
We really hope you heard that.
We don't know. We don't know at all. Joanne Bennett says this is the first time that she's watched Fab live. So,
Let's hope it's not the last, Joanne.
so anyway, that was a rather lovely little news intro, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, volume a little quiet, says Jennifer. That's great, because
Yeah.
I'd rather that than you had your ears
Yeah,
bleeding.
because now
so,
we can turn it up a touch.
yes, we can
Excellent.
certainly look at doing that.
Very good. And Rick says you said his surname correctly, by the
Oh,
way.
Rick, I'm so pleased.
So it's all in the H, isn't it?
It is a
Grieken.
Grieken. But anyway, Rick, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
We love all these homemade Fab Live videos. So please, if you want to make an intro video for any part of the show, then do. And
Yes.
also, from next month, we welcome short roving reporter videos from you, the lovely Fab Live viewers.
Yes.
So if you want to do a short episode review, news item, personal story, anything like that, keep it 45 seconds to a minute, somewhere around there. Send us in the video, and we will play out as many as we can, as
Yes.
long as they are appropriate.
Yes, you see, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get you to generate as much of our content as possible.
Yes.
Essentially, aren't we?
Pretty much, yes. That's the plan. Anyway,
Yes,
it's
news.
time for the news.
Ta-da! There it is.
Now, we should have a lovely news music bed, but again, I don't know if you can hear it. Nobody knows, so we'll just have to hope and see how things go.
Yes.
Anyway, over the weekend, Richard,
Yes.
I don't know if you know, but it was the first International Thunderbirds Day.
Well, I did know that, as it
Oh.
happens. Yes, but that's okay, isn't it? I think lots of people did know, because it was quite well publicised.
It was quite well publicised, yes. So, for those of you who missed it,
Yeah, well,
I'm terribly sorry.
yes.
But there were screenings all over the country at View Cinemas. There was Cream Tea, I think it's still going on, Cream Tea with Lady Penelope in London. And the Emirates airline has been taken over by Thunderbirds Are Go. So all sorts of goodies, and I know lots of you went to the screenings. I think we're going to have some photos of those screenings later on.
Excellent, great.
So that was very cool. I mean, it was butted up right against Captain Scarlet's 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
The main man behind us.
There he is.
So it was a little bit tight for timing, and I do feel a bit sorry for the poor captain getting nudged out after one day.
Well,
but
he
I
had his
suppose
moment in the sun, didn't he?
You only get one birthday,
That's
one
true.
great birthday a year.
That's
so
true. Exactly.
there
Yes.
we go.
Yeah.
Daniel Ross Dudley, you are right, and I hope I've remembered to include that bit of news about new Captain Scarlet in the upcoming news segment.
Great,
But if
Daniel.
not, then
Thank you.
Richard will remind me to
I shall
say
make a
about
note.
it.
Yes.
Anyway, as I've already said, it was Captain Scarlet's 50th anniversary on Friday, as well as The Prisoner and
Indeed, it was, yes.
Radio 1, 2,
Was it?
3 and 4's 50th anniversary
Wow.
on Saturday, but who cares about those? Captain Scarlet's the main man,
Yeah.
so that's all we really care about. Ralph, what's Ralph? Ralph provided the music scores for the lady playing at the afternoon teas for Thunderbirds Day.
How lovely. I
Nice
wish I could have
work,
gone along.
Ralph.
Did you manage to see any of this? Or,
No, I was working,
Yes, well,
annoyingly.
and I was in Glasgow, so I missed it all.
You were working in Glasgow.
Yes.
Anyway, so I wasn't skipping over your important work. I was just
I have nothing more to add. I'm just
that's
saying.
fine.
That's why I couldn't go.
so Captain Scarlet's 50th anniversary.
Lovely.
And there've been lots of things happening for Captain Scarlet's 50th anniversary,
Mhm.
including Big Finish's fantastic Spectrum Files releases.
Yes.
And we'll be seeing trailers from all of those during the show.
Brilliant.
If you don't know what the Spectrum Files are, then shame on you. but you will by the end of this. They're 3 audio adaptations from John Thaden's 1967 TV tie-in novels, which expanded on the Captain Scarlet universe and take it all over the world and all over the solar system, in fact, which is very exciting. Spectrum File 1, 2, and 3. Which are all out now from Big Finish Productions.
Featuring who in the cast?
They feature Liz Morgan.
Yeah, great.
Who was 3 of the original Angels and is now playing all 5 of them. And Wayne Forrester, who's new Captain Scarlet and plays all the male parts in this. And
Amazing.
Anderson legend David Graham, voice of Parker, who narrates. And they're a lovely trio and it works really, really well.
Great. Available now?
Available now from BigFinish.com.
As we speak.
Or the Jerry Anderson shop. Download only from BigFinish.com for a couple of days while there's a big backlog of them going out of the warehouse.
Oh, yes.
But we've had lovely feedback so far, so if you've given them a go and enjoyed them, then great.
Excellent. Very nice. Ross Patterson said he couldn't make any of the Thunderbirds Day activities because it was his sister's 35th birthday.
That's very selfish.
And he made her a cake.
Well, you could have got away with not going, Ross, because
you made a cake.
The cake means you don't have to go. You could have been excused.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
There we go. There's also, I hope this image will show up nicely.
It's all going well.
Oh no, that's some advanced thing there. We'll do that.
That.
We'll do that in a minute. There's also from Big Finish the Captain Scarlet 50th anniversary box set, which is just beautiful. Did one get sent here?
It never arrived, Jamie. No,
that's a real shame.
Yes.
I haven't actually seen one in the flesh yet. I've seen other people's, but it's a beautiful booklet written by Chris Dale.
Oh yes.
Spectrum personnel files introduced first person by members of Spectrum, as if you're having a tour around Cloudbase, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Plus 5 mini albums, 8 TV tie-ins, sort of TV adaptation stories, where you've got Ed Bishop doing narration as Captain Blue.
Yes, good.
Words.
Yes, they come in useful sometimes.
And an audio documentary, as well as some little treats as well.
Oh, treats.
Yeah, some little adverts between episodes and that kind of thing. They're really, really sweet.
Very good.
A lovely set. Anyway, probably one of the most exciting things that was announced on Friday is the upcoming HD Blu-ray lovely restoration from the original film negatives of Captain Scarlet and the Mystery on the original series.
Beautiful.
Now, there is a trailer for it on YouTube, on the Jerry Anderson YouTube channel and on our Facebook page, and you can see just how stunning it looks.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm not going to play it out on Fab Live because you won't get the clarity.
Yes, and it might not work.
And it might not work.
Frankly.
But goodness me, it is beautiful.
Oh, right.
There's things like the Spectrum Roundel, that lovely S emblem, which you can just see the edge of. Oh, in fact, you can see all of on Scarlet's cap, possibly, or not. Anyway, you know the logo I mean, but I'd never noticed before that it's lovely sparkly gold in the centre. Just little details like that. It looks amazing. It's a real testament to the work done back in the 60s. You can pre-order it from Network's website now, networkonair.com. It's exclusive there. You can't get it anywhere else.
Amazing.
It's the first 8 episodes in the first volume. They do it volume by volume to help with the workload of restoration because it's a huge undertaking to do that work.
Great.
And to do it really well.
Chris Honey says, ordered mine already.
Good man, Chris Honey.
Emma Thick says, nice.
It is nice.
Ralph Titterton, who's figuring quite large this evening, says, I hired Ed Bishop. How many people can say that? He was brilliant in the studio.
Yeah, so in that Captain Scarlet 50th anniversary box set with the 8 TV stories adapted for audio, Ralph was responsible for producing that set. That set of 8 stories, which were never put out in the 90s, 1993 I think originally when they were planned.
Great.
And we finally managed to put them all out. And they sound amazing. So
excellent.
Well done, Ralph, and thank you for doing that.
And Roger M. Smith says that he had an email today to say that his Captain Scarlet Blu-ray's in the post.
Really? Oh, new Captain Scarlet Blu-ray.
Ah.
Yeah, it can't be the classic one yet because they're not ready yet.
Got you. Very good.
So yes, that's brilliant news.
Yes.
Also on the Blu-ray front, obviously, it's new Captain Scarlet jumping out of the screen to get you right there, which is now available on Blu-ray, but it's also now available globally on Amazon.
And I can cross that out now.
You can cross it out. That's what I wanted to say.
That's what I was waiting for.
So pretty much wherever you are in the world, you can now go onto Amazon and watch new Captain Scarlet in high definition, and in a lot of territories it's been nicely dubbed, so I think France and Spain and Japan. It's in native language there.
Excellent.
And it looks amazing.
Great.
So really, really easily accessible. I hope you go and give it a go and enjoy it.
Yes,
If you prefer physical media, then buy the Blu-ray, obviously.
Nice.
There
No
you go.
excuse not to watch Captain Scarlet.
There never is an excuse not,
Not
to watch Captain Scarlet.
Fair enough.
See how much news there is? I told you, there's all this news.
I know, I'm on my second cup of coffee already.
I know. Hang on, I'm a bit parched.
Well,
Cheers,
you've got a
everyone.
lot to say.
Lots of you have been emailing us for months and months and months and months about the De Agostini Thunderbird 2 part work.
Yes.
If you don't know what it is, it's De Agostini do a monthly or a weekly magazine that has parts of a 144th scale Thunderbird 2 model. Really, really nice cockpit, light up engines, working legs,
Yeah.
all that sort of lovely stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's finally come to the UK. Oh, look at it!
There it is.
Isn't it lovely?
It's rather lovely.
It's a very, very pretty model, and I think I like the nice thing about these is they kind of turn you into a modeler, even if you haven't done it before. And
Yeah.
it's done so gradually.
Yeah, great.
It it doesn't become overwhelming, and they're really nicely guided and all that sort of stuff. So you can either order it to come over a year or 2 years. It's a direct to consumer thing. You can't find it in newsagents.
I see.
And if you go to De Agostini's Model Space website, then you can find out more there, or there's links from the Jerry Anderson website.
Lovely.
But it's a very cool model.
Yeah, beautiful.
And if you happen to already have a 144th scale Thunderbird 2, or want to make that one, we brought in a load of very cool Thunderbird 2 launch ramps from Japan, which have a ramp raising action,
Very nice.
falling palm trees, and Thunderbird 2 countdown, which is one of the coolest toys. I mean, models. Sorry,
Yeah,
collectibles.
yes, yeah, of course.
One of the coolest collectibles I've seen for ages. So,
Great.
there you go.
That's really exciting.
It is very exciting. What's more,
Look, there's a cornucopia of goodies.
so much going on, isn't there?
Amazing.
I think I showed you this last month. It was a preview copy, but the novelisation of The Day After Tomorrow is out now.
Great.
Available from the Jerry Anderson store and from Amazon.
Tell us about The Day After Tomorrow. What's all this about then?
It's got one of the coolest theme tunes, which I'm not going to sing, but it is a very, very cool theme by
Not
Derek.
after last month.
No, not after last. Never singing again on Fab Live. So it was a pilot episode of a series that was meant to be, or hoped to be, that Dad made for NBC in the 70s, around the time they were doing Space 1999. It starred Nick Tate in the lead role with Brian Blessed and Joanna Dunham, and it was a kind of search for somewhere new to live after Earth had been pretty much decimated by environmental disaster and mankind being silly, all that sort of stuff. See, Ross Patterson said it starred Brian Blessed with a very loud voice.
No.
But in this, in The Day After Tomorrow, Brian Blessed doesn't actually shout.
It doesn't shout.
He's quite measured in
That's
his...
why it's so rare.
He's measured in his volume, so
Yes.
it's worth a watch.
Yes.
Anyway, many, many years ago, there was a novelisation of Johnny Byrne's original script, but it went missing. It was sent to the publisher returned it for amendments, and it went missing in the post, and there was no other copy, amazingly, which seems crazy now, but, one of those things.
Yes.
The author never rewrote it, and so Gregory Norris has done his interpretation, a bit more characterisation, learning more about the characters who are going to set up this new Earth colony.
Okay.
And
Nice.
it's only been out a couple of days. It's already got a couple of 5-star reviews.
Brilliant.
It's a great little book, and it's well worth a read. And a lovely cover by
It's a
Eric
beautiful cover.
Chu,
That's lovely, isn't it?
featuring the Altares ship there, and Brian, Nick, and Joanna. So there you go.
Now, Johnny Byrne, didn't he not write a few Doctor Who's? The name sounds very familiar. Was it Keeper of Traken, one of his?
God, you know more than me. It could well be. He did quite a lot of general sort of sci-fi writing,
Yes.
I think.
I'm
so-
sure someone will tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah, Chris Dale says it's easily one of his favourite Anderson, or in fact his favourite Anderson pilot.
Great. Very good.
I kind of prefer Space Police myself, but all right, Chris. Each to their own.
Each their own, yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Good.
Mhm.
What?
One more.
Oh, you're really?
One
So
more.
much news. What a busy month. You're doing very well.
And I haven't let Richard get a word in
Well,
edgeways, really.
that's just for a change.
It's a good bit of role reversal. I don't know if any of you saw Elon Musk's announcement about their intention, his SpaceX's intention to get to Mars and the Moon and set up a permanent colony on Mars.
You haven't signed up, have you?
I don't.
Oh, I see.
Until they can do a return journey, I'm not too sure about it.
Okay.
But the very cool thing was he spoke about his vision for the first colony on the Moon,
Yes.
and he wants to call it Moonbase Alpha.
Of course he does.
Because he is a huge fan of Space 1999. In fact, he previously retweeted or tweeted one of Chris Dale's video uploads of, I think, Destination Moonbase Alpha, which is a
Nice.
compilation thing of a couple of Space 1999 episodes, and said it was the new trailer for SpaceX or whatever. Anyway,
Great.
how cool. I mean, I'm so sad in many ways that Dad isn't here to know
Yeah.
that this kind of space pioneer wants to call the first actual Moonbase Alpha. He will
Absolutely.
be so chuffed, and I'm sure all of the production team involved
Yeah.
will be as well. So let's hope that happens, and let's
'Cause-
hope he sticks with the name.
Yeah, so all the people that grew up watching your dad shows are now perhaps of a certain age and they're making their way through their various careers and they're achieving things and they're starting to honour the programmes that they used to watch as a kid.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, they've
amazing.
been doing it for ages because there's so many people working at NASA
Mhm.
and in robotics and all sorts of stuff, not just in the film industry. You know, people like Christopher Nolan and Jim Cameron, obviously, and Tom Hanks in the film industry are massive fans. But to
Right.
see it reaching the moon,
Yeah.
it's just amazing, isn't
That's a
it?
bit weird,
So
isn't it?
I think some definite thumbs up
Yeah.
for Elon Musk and
Great.
Moonbase Alpha.
And his BFR, did you see that?
No,
The BFR is the name he's given to the rocket, and we know that the B stands for big and the
Oh.
R stands for rocket.
is this suitable for tea time
No,
viewing?
he hasn't revealed what the F stands for, but I've got a pretty good idea.
Flaming.
Must be.
Big flaming rocket. Anyway, that is the end of the news.
Well, are you sure?
I hope so.
Really?
Have I missed anything?
But it's 7:20. I've got nothing else to say.
Well, there's plenty of other stuff.
That's lots of news.
And in
Brilliant.
fact, I've chatted on so much, I really need a short coffee break.
Yes.
So, should we have a commercial break?
Can we do such a thing?
Yeah.
Well, before you do that, I'm just going to get on my mobile and I'm going to share this broadcast, and it might be a reminder for the people watching to do exactly the same. So if you're watching on Facebook, which I assume you are, you will find a share button at the bottom of our broadcast on your mobiles or on your laptops or your desktops. If you
Yes.
hit that, then everyone who is friends with you will see it pop up on their timeline. So I've just done it now. There you go, posted. And there we are.
Perfect.
So please share and share away. If you're on Twitter, you can talk about us nicely, please, and hashtag us FabLive, and we might get round to replying to you at some point.
Yeah.
Not now, 'cause
no,
I'm busy.
later.
Yeah.
A few suggestions about what the F stands for.
Right.
Most of them repeatable. Fireball,
Of course.
friendly,
Friendly.
flipping,
Flipping's
with
good.
an apostrophe,
I
which
like
I quite
that.
like.
Big flipping rocket.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's time for a commercial break.
That's it.
And it's a little intro from the Mysterons about Spectrum File 1.
This is the voice of the Mysterons. We will turn your weather against you.
Hello! We're back from our commercial break.
Lovely. And very expertly done, if you don't mind me saying.
It's rubbish. Oh dear.
We really do need some technical support, don't we?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, you've got to see there's a little gallery thing coming up later. Kirsty Brown, that is not Andrew Clements. That Mysteron voice is the voice of Jack Knoll.
Ah, yes.
But anyway, it's very nicely done.
Yes,
Very
and at
cool.
least they could hear it, obviously.
Well, they must have been able to hear something.
Yes, which is good.
So that's Spectrum File 1,
Yes.
in which the Mysterons turn our weather against us,
Right.
topically.
Yeah, right.
Even though it
Bigly.
was written in 1967.
Ah, yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, I mean, it's got hurricanes trashing the Florida coast, which
Right.
is terrifyingly
Wow.
prophetic
Yes, isn't it?
in many weird, horrible ways.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a great story. 4.5 hours of audio fun and retro music and sound effects.
Brilliant.
I think Chris Dale had a listen to it and said that he felt like he discovered a previously lost Captain Scarlet story,
Great.
which
That's
is
fantastic.
no greater praise than that.
No greater man than Chris Dale to tell you.
Exactly.
A
Thank you,
prodigious
Chris.
talent.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes, thank you, Chris, for all your contributions. Some of which come out later, I understand.
Or we can't actually show them, but we can talk about them later.
Yeah,
Because there's a video error, so I can't show the thing from.
Harry
Chris.
Rayner says, brilliant trailer. Thank you, Harry. I think Harry said he's just started at Chester University, so I hope that's going well.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you
luck.
for joining us again.
And the trailer's by Chris Thompson, of course. Who else?
Yes, who else? The marvellous Chris Thompson.
Great work,
They're
Chris.
Such talented people. It's fantastic, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they're lovely.
So you are, just a reminder, watching Fab Live Episode 9 with me, Richard James, and him, Jamie Anderson.
Hello.
Hi, we're here for about another 35, 40, 45 minutes. Dunno. See how long it takes to get through everything.
Yeah, we've got coffee, so it might be 45.
Yes.
Anyway, it's time for your emails.
Oh yes, viewer emails.
And if you haven't emailed us, why
Yeah.
not? If you've got a burning question about the Jerry Anderson universe,
Yep.
or any slightly weirdly personal questions about me or Richard,
Well,
then send them in. We won't promise to answer them.
Yeah, I'm
and,
not sure about that.
Can you put
No,
your
I need to put-
hands up?
here. No, I've got to. How do I do that?
Send them in to...
How's that? That seems
that's
to work.
perfect. I'll just stay
There
here.
you are, that's it. So
Yes.
send your questions and your comments and your pictures and videos to fablive@jerryanderson.co.uk.
Yeah, that one.
I tell you what would be really nice actually would be to send them in good time, because very often we get to email. No, I'm not admonishing anyone. I'm just saying very often we get emails on the last day, on the day of the broadcast, and it's a little tight for us.
We just
isn't
don't
it?
always have time to
Yeah.
read them and get them in and prepare them. So if you can send them at least sort of 3 or 4 days before,
That'd be
hopefully
great.
more, then brilliant. But
Yeah,
thank you for everyone who has sent them in.
Indeed. So we want your questions. We want to see your cosplay. We want to see pictures of your models and your toys. We want to hear all about how you came to Jerry Anderson and what he means to you, and any questions. So let's start, shall we?
Anne Byron says she needs coffee.
Yeah.
It's 4 a.m. there and she's getting tired. Well, Anne,
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah. There you go. Enjoy.
Take
a
it.
sip.
She doesn't want it.
Oh,
she
fair
doesn't really want it. It's too strong for
It
her.
probably is. So Owen emailed us and said, "Hi, Richard and Jamie," which is the correct order, I think.
It is.
A close friend, thanks Rick, he says in brackets, told me about Fab Live, and I too have spread the word, and many of my friends and colleagues are now big fans.
Thank you.
Well, that would account for the sudden surge in ratings, wouldn't it?
May well do. And I think that was down to Lee Sullivan. Do give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed Lee Sullivan's contribution.
Yes, he's much missed tonight, I must say. Anyway, he's got some questions for you. Will Terrorhawks get a 4th audio season? I have to say that the 3rd season finale was pretty excellent. Jeremy Hitchin, whoever he is, has become one of my favourite actors ever, he says.
Never heard of him. Don't know
Jeremy
who he
Hitchin.
is. No,
So,
to be fair, Jeremy did turn out a pretty excellent, stellar performance in the finale of Terrorhawk season 3.
okay.
Really impressive stuff. I mean,
Good.
he was properly crying at the end of it. It was lovely.
Marvellous. So we ought to explain, really, what on earth is a Terrorhawks audio
What even is that?
season?
If you might not know. Terrorhawks, the Jerry Anderson series that ran from 1983 to 1986, was given an audio continuation by Big Finish, starring Jeremy Hitchin, Robbie Stevens, Denise Breyer, Beth Chalmers replacing the sadly departed Anne Riddler, and also recently guest starring Nicholas Parsons, our very own Richard James.
Oh, yes.
And David Graham in the most recent series.
Yes.
And we've had 3 great series. We really enjoyed doing them. Had a near terminal finale in series 2.
Yeah, and then,
And then
something of a reprieve.
yeah, a bit of a reprieve for series 3. I'd love to do another one. I think we'd all love to do another one. It's partly down to time, but mostly down to Big Finish. So if you enjoyed series 3, then send an email
Yes.
to podcast@bigfinish.com. Address it to Nick and Benji.
And they'll love you forever.
And yes, in fact, if lots of you could email podcast@bigfinish.com about Terrorhawks, I would be really chuffed, because it will force them to talk about Terrorhawks on the podcast. Which would be
Fantastic.
great. So yeah, I hope so. I'd love to do another one.
Yeah, wouldn't that be good?
And we've got some amazing ideas about it, because there's an untapped clone of Neinstein's in Terrorhawks,
Right.
which has never been spoken about before, and he's a bit of a nasty one.
Right.
Anyway,
good.
I can say no more.
Could happen.
I
could
can say
happen.
no more.
Alex McPhee says he'll have a vanilla latte, by the way.
Right.
You can write this down. Let's take an order. Coffee's all round. Everyone, do give us your order and we'll pop out and get you something. He also says, when will the 3 Spectrum files be released? Do we have a date?
They're out.
Yes.
They're out. The first one is out physically, and there's 2 more coming out physically tomorrow, I think. So if
Right.
you've ordered them, they should be with you by the end of the week if you're in the UK, and probably by the end of next week if you're outside the UK.
Good.
But I highly recommend them. They're great fun.
And then he finishes by saying, good luck on your next broadcast. Oh, and Richard, I love Fab or Fib.
Oh, it's nice to have one fan, isn't it?
I think there are slightly more than that. It's just that he's the only one so far to have mentioned it.
He's the only one that isn't a family member. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Fab and
Richard.
Fib coming much
Good.
later, of course, so do
Much
stay tuned for
later.
that. Ethan Powell, I think, says, is there a possibility of the lost New Scarlet episode entitled House of Dolls? receiving an adaptation from Big Finish or somebody else down the line?
Well, so for those of you who don't know, New Captain Scarlet, Dad's CGI reimagining of the series from 2005, which is now available on Blu-ray and Amazon, had a story which was deemed too scary to be on kids' television.
Amazing.
Which was House of Dolls, written by Phil Ford. Now, it's a slightly awkward one in terms of doing audio adaptation because a lot of it centres around Scarlet and his nephew having a holiday or something. So it's not...
Which would never happen with Monarch going bust.
No, exactly. Not now. Unfortunately, they're stranded on holidays. They'll never get back. But it would need a lot more content. It would need a lot of fleshing out. So it would definitely be an adaptation.
Yeah.
And I have spoken to Phil about it, and he's certainly interested.
Yeah.
But as a one-off, it's a big exercise to get the whole Scarlet cast in to do one short story. So maybe if Big Finish want to do more New Captain Scarlet alongside the classic, then let's try it.
Yeah.
So I hope so at some point. Wouldn't it be nice?
That would be nice. Lee Sullivan says that the couch looks rather empty.
Oh, it does.
Lee was our special guest last month, illustrator and artiste extraordinaire. Joined us on the couch to...
He had his own chair, actually.
He did.
He had the Sullivan throne in the corner.
Yes.
But this guy's sort of half filling your space, but it's not the same without you, Lee. We do miss you.
Rick Van Grieken. Yeah?
Nicely done.
He emailed us. Every first Monday of the month is like a party to me, he says.
Oh.
And then he watches us.
It's because he goes out.
Yes. He says, I'm so excited. I hope you enjoyed the custom fab news intro I made for you, which we showed earlier.
We love it, Rick. Thank you very much.
He has two questions. If you could work on Cloudbase, what job would you like to have? Angel pilot, colonel, a doctor, spectrum officer? What do you think?
I think I'd quite like to be the Doctor.
Yeah?
Because you get all the glory for fixing everyone up, and it's very rare that you actually have to do it, because Scarlet comes in and does it himself.
I see.
So I'm Dr. Fawn.
Clever.
Who are you?
I'd probably retain my erstwhile persona of Officer Orin from Space Precinct, and I'd be seconded to Cloudbase to maybe, I don't know, sweep the corridors or something.
Janitor Orin.
Yeah, that would work. Hey, there's a spin-off waiting to happen. Get Nick Briggs on the phone now.
I'll text him immediately.
Yes. Then he says, I think the model set of the Los Angeles Dam is one of the most beautiful sets ever designed by the production crew, but which one is your favourite from Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons, and which from Thunderbirds? So, favourite sets from Captain Scarlet or Thunderbirds? I have to say, I don't know it that well to pick one. My favourite set of all time from Jerry Anderson would have to be the Moonbase Alpha from Space 1999. I mean, it's such an iconic design.
Exterior
beautiful.
set or the interior?
The exterior, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Okay.
I seem to remember I tried to recreate it with some tinfoil and some egg cups when I was younger. I might still have it somewhere.
I wish that was around.
I know.
Amazing. Thunderbird certainly, possibly not for the sort of detail of it or the beauty of it, but the Thunderbird 2 pod bay. I think because of the pod rack coming underneath and the fact that obviously Thunderbird 2 couldn't have dropped down because the pods were too close together.
Yeah.
All those little things that you forgive because it's so cool. So I think that set leading to the exterior runway on Tracy Island.
Yeah.
Just very cool.
Nice. Robert Cassidy, thank you, I like your style. Space shopping precinct. Orin could be the security guard on Cloudbase.
Nice.
Hilarious. Hi Richard and Jamie, says Daniel Dudley. Back when New Captain Scarlet was being released, there was talk about other projects in the pipeline, such as Space 2099, a remake of Space 1999, Lightspeed, with writer Phil Ford, which would have been a CGI series if New Captain Scarlet had taken off. Can Jamie please tell us any more about any of these projects from before his father passed away?
Yes.
So a lot of unfinished business.
Yeah, part of what we're trying to do is finish the unfinished business that was left behind, because Dad was ridiculously prolific. Couldn't stop working, couldn't stop thinking of things, always generating ideas. So I've got a huge stack of stuff. In fact, I was going through 3 projects which have previously been unannounced, not talked about, with an agent a couple of days ago. There's just so much there. Lightspeed, I've spoken to Phil in the last year about possibly bringing that back into the Anderson fold, but it's a blooming epic.
Is it?
It's huge. I mean, I can't give away any plot details, but
sure.
it is huge.
Wow.
And very befitting of the the Jerry Anderson's headline. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one.
Nice.
Dad's Christmas film, which I think he sort of pre-announced many years ago, is very much alive and well, and I do hope to be able to talk about that more quite soon.
Yes.
Obviously, Firestorm is ticking along, and I did see David Power there asking when we'll have the pilot ready. thankfully quite soon,
Wow.
after all sorts of
Absolutely.
bumps in the road. Steve Begg, our amazing director and VFX supervisor, is finally free of his Hollywood shackles.
Yes, good.
And we've been working
Good
on
for
new
us.
model shots and all sorts of goodies for it, so we're hoping that we'll be able to see that by December.
Good.
So that's coming up. And there's just so much stuff. It's really hard to get any of this stuff going because it's so expensive and difficult to convince modern broadcasters that Jerry Anderson stuff is still cool. But we all know it is.
Of course it is.
So
And
we'll get there.
always will be.
We
Yeah.
will get there.
Christina Sales, I think I just saw your comment flash past. Did your dad ever take you on set for any of his productions? I think was the question.
Yes, was that the question?
There we
when
are.
I was younger.
When you were younger, yeah.
Well, yes. Space Precinct in particular.
Well, there we are. There's a classic. Talking of the classics.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time on the set of Space Precinct.
I remember walking past you several times.
I remember walking past you, being terrified by your chin. The
well, the
prosthetic
chin. I've
chin.
just made that very clear.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was very cool. And I used to have sandwiches and lunch and
Yes.
tea up in the actual station house set canteen that
Yeah.
they used for filming in.
That's right.
It was where we actually ate sometimes.
yeah, great.
Loads of time in the model shop. It was really, really cool.
Painting Romex hands.
Which I've still got.
Yeah.
Really, I was painting them really badly. Yes, and Lavender Castle when they were making that at Cosgrove Hall up in Manchester, I went there quite a lot. Obviously, when New Captain Scarlet was being made, I went to the Kubrick building quite a lot where they were doing all the work there. Lots of adverts and stuff in the late 80s and early 90s. Yeah,
Yeah.
loads. It was
Great.
great. Amazing
Wow.
time. Very, very lucky indeed.
Brilliant experiences.
Mm.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Robert Cassidy, the most visually striking set is surely the Space Exploration Centre in Thunderbirds Are Go.
Well, maybe it is.
Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
It's up for debate.
It really is up for debate, yes. I see people chatting away in the comments underneath, which is very good. Oh, a Christmas film, says Anne. Is that Byron or Byron? I can't quite see that.
Not Bynon. It is Bynon.
Yes, it is
Is Anna
Bynon.
you Bynon?
Yeah.
We can't see.
Tuna fish behind the mask, says Gary Hodgkinson, and I know what he's referring to there.
Yeah, nobody else will.
No,
Just leave it
that's
there.
just a joke between me, you and Gary.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's all the emails that were sent to us for this month. But we have some pictures and so on that
Yes.
we might get to a bit later or now.
Oh, we can
or-
do them now.
Let's do some now.
Yeah.
Because as well as questions, we have been asking for your pictures of cosplay and toys and collections and all sorts of things. And some of you have obliged.
Yes. And now, some of you, I realise I've forgotten who you are. So
Yeah.
if you see your pictures come up and I've forgotten who you are, then apologies and
Yeah.
please flag it in the comments and we might just save
Yes.
ourselves. But I know the first picture I've forgotten who it's from.
Right, okay. Well, I might be able to help, but I don't know.
Okay.
The thing is, these emails come in and we sort of read them and then we get on with our lives and 2 or 3 weeks pass and...
And then we've forgotten everything.
'cause we're
Anyway,
useless.
let's look at the viewer email gallery with no music.
Oh. Ah. Nice.
I mean, we can see our happy
Our
victim
erstwhile
here,
hero.
with
Oh.
part of the lovely.
But could we
Oh.
make out his name? James. Is that James?
Looks like James, doesn't it? Yeah, James.
James. Excellent.
Thanks for the
There you
photos,
go.
James.
Yeah.
Clearly a top-notch fan. I can see him in Chris Thompson's Thunderbird 1 and 3 designs.
Right, yes.
T-shirts and obviously lovely signatures from Matt Zimmerman and Shane Remender.
Yeah, fantastic.
So clearly a big Thunderbirds fan. In fact, I think he also sent us this
Wow.
rather wondrous collection of commemorative plates.
How lovely.
I don't know where they came from. Does anybody else have those commemorative plates? I mean, I can see the ray gun down the front there, which is
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
But where on earth do those plates come from?
They're amazing,
Sunday
aren't they?
Magazine,
Oh,
W.
well.
H. Smith's.
Possibly.
I mean, they're pretty cool. Anyway, there you go. Thanks, James, for sending those in.
Yes, lovely pictures.
That's no. This is our man with the Thunderbird 1 in his garden.
A what? Well, you're saying that like I know who you should be talking about.
Oh goodness me. Well, I'll tell you what. You can pad about it, and I'm going to look up who it was. So
Right.
here's the young man in question.
Oh, what? No, I've not seen this before.
Have you not?
No. It's a
Oh,
fantastic picture.
Goodness me.
Wow.
Bear with us, folks.
So this was an email that was sent in. That's a lovely
It was.
picture, isn't it? That's very evocative. That takes me right back. I have a picture very similar to that, actually, in a pair of Tom and Jerry underpants outside my back door when I was about 7. Maybe I'll share that in the next episode.
You absolutely should. Right, well, I'm struggling to find out who this is from. We really should have been slightly more prepared on the viewer emails front, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Oh no, hang on. We're William Robinson.
Thank you, William.
Woof!
What did he
Goodness
say
me.
about that picture? Anything?
Yes, William Robinson says, "Hello, Richard and Jamie. Greetings from the Netherlands."
Wow.
In my country, Thunderbirds was by far the most popular Anderson series. I also saw Four for the Falls, my scary first TV experience, Captain Scarlet, UFO in German on German TV, Space 1999, Space Precinct, and Terrorhawks. Only a decade ago, I read about series unknown to me like 5XO5, Joe 90, The Secret Service, thanks to YouTube and internetarchive.org.
Nice.
In the mid-60s, my father, who sadly passed away last year, built me a 2.5 metre long Thunderbird 1.
Ah, there it is.
Isn't that cool?
That's brilliant.
There you go. This two-seater was mainly constructed from oil drums and had movable wings. At year's end, we would put sparklers in the exhausts to please my little brother.
That's great.
It's lovely, isn't it? There
Yeah.
you go. Nowadays, years after this colourful, remarkable rocket has been scrapped, only 2 black and white pictures attached exist, which do not honour my father's achievement. So well done, William's dad. That's amazing.
Yes.
As to my fabulous international rescue suit, which we've just seen, only 2 remnants have survived, which are the hats, which we've seen,
Yeah.
and the international rescue badge. So I particularly like the international rescue inscriptions. 15 years later, I became international rescue myself. It stands for ingenieur, which is related to the English engineer, but in Dutch it's an MSc, a Masters in Science. Isn't it?
Yes.
There we go.
Great.
Finally,
Right. Yes.
in the 90s, I created some Anderson fan pages for my website, which attract 600 visitors a month.
Well, very good.
And we'll post some links to that in the comments.
Fantastic.
So, William Robinson, thank you very much. He said, it's a pleasure for me to share my memories with you. Lots of success with Fab Life. What a lovely email, William.
It was
thank
lovely.
you very
Yes,
much.
Thank you very much. That was really nice. Fantastic pictures.
Yeah, they are great, aren't
And
they?
all the more special for being in black and white, strangely.
Yeah.
By the way, Robert Monk says that he thinks the plates were available in Radio Times. Martin Smith says they're from the Hamilton collection. So I dare say if you do a bit of Googling, you'll find them.
Thank you. Right, on to
Yes.
the next one.
Yes.
This mug
Now.
that's been staring at you is Christopher Thompson.
Of course it is.
CG artist and designer extraordinaire who does all our Scarlet trailers and other bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Chris was recently at the Fab Worlds of Jerry Anderson event at the Space Centre in Leicester.
Yes.
And these photographs have been sent in by Mark Simpson Wedge,
Right.
or Widge, depending on who says it.
Yes, fair enough.
He's also sent us some lovely replica puppets, which are on display there. Some beautiful models.
Very
I believe
nice.
that's David Tremont's Sunpro model there,
Okay, very good.
which is a real stunner, but some lovely Thunderbirds display there. And harking back to Thunderbirds Day,
Yes.
here we have Robert Cassidy on
Indeed.
the left and Scott
Bickley on the right. There they are.
So they met up for the first time, I believe, thanks to this wonderful day.
Great.
Great to see fans coming together because of a celebration of Thunderbirds.
Absolutely.
And here's Scott sending in the photo proving that he's indoctrinated his children
Quite right too. Start them young.
to become Thunderbirds fans,
That's very
which
good.
is pretty cool, I think.
Very, very nice.
So nice picture, Scott. Also over the weekend was Fanderson's special assignment event,
Yes.
which I hear went very well indeed.
Not a
I
million
hope-
miles away from where we are now.
No, I hope everyone had a great time.
Yeah.
I hear it was super. And here is Kirsty, dressed as John Tracy.
Very nice.
Looking very smart with a lovely Spectrum rainbow lanyard there, looking a bit sideways on here,
Yeah.
and with a John head there.
Oh, yes.
Lovely work, Kirsty. And I think finally,
Uh-huh.
this is Robert Hill's collection
Indeed,
of
that he
Dinky
sent
toys.
us.
Look at all of those!
And I see look at a little enterprise there.
No, we're not talking about the
No, but
Enterprise.
I think I had that one. I think if you twisted that metal bit at the top, I think it fired photon torpedoes out the front.
Well, they obviously weren't photon torpedoes, were they?
Well, no, not actual.
Bits
They're
of
little
plastic.
plastic
discs.
Yes.
Anyway, most of his stuff there is Anderson, quite rightly so.
Yes.
He's also got these lovely big eagles. Look at those!
Yes.
Beautiful. And I'm sure lots of people will be very jealous to see an original
Yes,
boxed
in its box.
blue Dinky Eagle,
Look at that.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep, that takes us full circle
Very good.
through the viewer image gallery. So thank you very much, everyone, for sending those in.
Yeah, that's great. We'd love to see your pictures, and you can send them to fablive at jerryanderson.co.uk. Fablive
Where's the cushion?
jerryanderson.co.uk. Anytime over the next 4 weeks, but really, sooner the better, so we can forget them probably.
Yeah, but we
Because
we
you know
do
what?
love answering questions, and we like hearing from you.
Yes.
And if there's something you really like about the show or hate about it, preferably like, then let us know. It would be lovely.
Ricky Johnson said, I went to the Space Centre, great day, Thunderbirds I Go in the planetarium, looked amazing, loved it. Now actually that brings me on to a thought that I've had, because those of you that follow Jamie and I on Twitter might have noticed that we spent the morning at the Doctor Who exhibition in Cardiff.
We did.
3 or 4 weeks ago, which is now closed. We thought we'd better go along and grace it with our presence. And in the car on the way back, we were talking about what a Jerry Anderson experience might look like. So if you could imagine such a thing as a permanent or semi-permanent Jerry Anderson experience somewhere in the country, what sort of thing would you like to see in it?
And where would you like it to be?
Now, we're not saying it's a possibility, are we?
No. It might be an impossibility.
Yes.
But we really like the idea of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would like the idea of it too.
Yeah.
A Jerry Anderson experience. And so what would you want to see and do there?
Yes, so do comment below, and we'll read a few out if we can see them on the TV over there. My two boys are called Connor and Carter, says Scott, who sent us that picture of his two little ones. And Jamie, you met Connor 3 years ago at Norcon.
I did, but he was a lot smaller.
Well, it would be.
I mean,
He's been feeding
aging,
him, so he's
human
been growing.
aging.
That's right.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, FAB, Connor and Carter.
That's it.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Yes, both of you.
Yep. Oh dear, David Power says he's lost sound and video, but he can still see the comments. But that may just
Well,
be him.
we're still here, David. I'm
We
sorry.
are, very much. This is true. So yes, do send us your thoughts about where you'd like to see a Jerry Anderson exhibition and what you'd like to see in it. Any thoughts from you, Jamie?
Well, Rory Salt wants to see it in Birmingham,
Sure, that would
which
work.
is fair enough.
Yes.
I guess Midlands is a good location for it,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things like, obviously you want to go into like a Thunderbird 2 cockpit, or sit in Scott's Thunderbird 1 pilot's chair.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a thing in Japan a few years ago where they had a life-size Thunderbird 1 pilot chair, which was great.
Yeah.
And I think I've got a photo of me sitting in it somewhere.
Nice.
So there's some very cool things there. And I think actually Japan's a good place to take the lead from, because they had the Thunderbirds Cafe,
Oh yeah.
which I believe is now closed,
Yeah.
but served all sorts of Thunderbirds related dishes and was just beautifully decorated in a Thunderbird style. It was very, very cool. Yeah, all sorts. I mean, just things like, working puppet displays, working model displays, that kind of stuff I think is really important. I
Yeah.
always wanted a giant lip sync
Right.
things, because you always see that old archive footage of them manually doing the lip sync with a switch.
Yeah.
I think a big version of that, and trying to lip sync to stuff would be
That'd
great fun.
That would be good.
An SPV driving simulator, says John.
Well,
Davies.
all that would be great, wouldn't it? It'd be great to see some of the vehicles and be able to get in them and sit in the cockpit and all that, but that would take up quite a bit of room, wouldn't it? It'd be great to have an old Space Precinct police cruiser in there, wouldn't it?
It would be
For
great.
old time's sake.
But not the green car. I don't really like
Not the
that.
green. Didn't weren't you a fan of that? I love the
No,
green
not
car.
really, no.
Brogan's car.
Space Beetle.
Yeah, the Space Hopper. Yeah.
No.
Andrew Sierra says, well, he likes the idea of a Jerry Anderson experience, and maybe it could be in Slough.
It could be.
Just what Slough needs, perhaps, isn't it?
Maybe it would up Slough's
Yes.
reputation.
Yes, for historical reasons. Much of Jerry's early work, was filmed in and around Slough and its environs.
Yes, correct.
Great, very good, excellent.
I think it's time for another commercial break, Richard.
Well, let's see it, Jamie.
See you in 30 seconds.
This is the voice of the Mr. Mars. We will destroy the world's greatest nation.
Appearing tonight on Virgil Tracy, Destiny Angel, Officer Orange, Atlanta Shore, Captain Scarlet, and Dr. Venus. And here are your hosts, Richard James and Jamie Anderson.
Just have to hide the right one now.
Yeah. God,
Oh, I did it!
Oh.
So for the first
Oh.
week in 5 weeks,
Oh.
5 months rather, I haven't given away the
No.
actual answer, but I have had the blank up.
Well,
Oh, no.
I mean, it was all going so well. That was almost seamless.
I
to that
don't
point.
think it was going well. But anyway, we bet you we surprised you going straight out of the commercial break into blankety blank, didn't
Certainly
we?
surprised me. Very nice. It is time for one of your favourite items. I know it's one of your favourites because you tell me. Although sometimes we do get complaints it's a little difficult, don't we?
Yeah, and you've gone back to difficult form
I
for this
have,
one.
I have.
You've got no hope on any of these except for the last one, possibly. So good luck. If you do get any of the prior ones, then big pat on the back for you.
Yes, okay, well, here goes. So this is Blankety Blank, the section of the show where I give you some well-known quotes and phrases from the whole universe of Jerry Anderson, and it's up to you to fill in the blanks. And it'd be great if you could also tell me from which production the blanks are from.
Yes.
So
The production, the character, the time code,
yes,
the
sure.
writer of the story.
Yeah, what do you
any
have for
of those.
breakfast? All
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So the first one is this. Blank, blank, a bit slow, is it? Blank, blank, a bit slow, is it? So that's 2 words we're after there.
Blank blank, a bit slow, is it?
Yes. So what could that well-known phrase or saying be? From which production? And an episode title would be good, and maybe even the character that said it. For bonus points. Blank
Yes.
blank, a bit slow, is it? Let's see your comments below as you try and wrestle with that one. And then I've got a
Fab
couple
Live,
more.
a bit slow, is it?
Download speed, a bit slow.
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Could be. It's not that, of course.
They are, we are,
We
not
are a bit
sure.
slow.
Yeah, this is pretty much what we expected. Nobody's getting a checkbook and pen this week.
No, it's not going to happen, I'm afraid.
Dear, oh dear.
A-
No idea.
A dearth of comments there. No idea says that. Yes, quite right too. They are, we are, not sure. No idea. I'm stumped, says Ross Patterson. Yeah, it's actually from Lavender Castle, episode 1. In the beginning. Doctor... Here we are. Slave trade.
Slave trade a bit slow, is it? Yes, from Dr. Aegon, Lavender Castle. Well done, Richard, for
Well-
picking something
Of
impossible.
course it was. Richard, have you got a spare microphone under your jumper? Says someone. I don't know why that is. Perhaps I can't be heard. Lucky people.
Lucky them.
The next one is this. Call me stupid, but oh, don't blank blank.
Or should we do it? You do the first bit and I'll do the second bit because it's 2 different voices,
Oh, well,
isn't
that
it?
means an accent, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't need an accent. Just say the words.
Call me stupid, but
Oh, don't blank blank.
oh, yeah, that's the wrong way around. I did completely the wrong voice. Don't blank blank. There we are. So here we have 2 more words from a scene from a Jerry Anderson production. Can you name the production? Can you name the characters that said it?
Chris Dale!
Chris Dale.
He's got it.
Brilliant. Call me stupid, but what?
Christina Sales is really close. Paul Max has got it. Oh, goodness me. I can't believe people are actually getting this. Richard is not obscure as I thought.
You see? The answer is, oh, don't.
Oh, something else. I pressed the wrong button, sorry.
Come on,
No!
Jim. Do try and keep up.
I can't press the right button. There we go.
There we are. It is, of course, Haldane and Castle from Space Precinct. Call me stupid, but oh, don't tempt me.
Oh, don't tempt me. They've all seen the answer to the next one now.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
they have.
dear. Sorry, everyone.
That was, of course, part of the fascinating on-off, will they, won't they relationship romance.
Will they, won't they? Who cares?
Yeah.
Romance.
Is anyone still watching romance from Space Precinct? And finally,
Oh, goodness me. Right, let's hope this goes well. Last blank.
I wish I had a wonderful boy of my own that would help me. Oh, I've a wonderful idea. I'll make a... what? A blank.
I'll make a blank.
Yeah, I wish I had a wonderful boy of my own that would help me. Oh, I have a wonderful idea. I'll make a blank.
Pretty sure he said wonderful idea in the actual episode.
Which might be a bit of a clue.
It might be.
Also, you could probably work out, who this wonderful boy might be.
Yes. Baby.
Baby. I'll make a baby.
Omelette. Well, then it would be Anne, wouldn't it?
Yes, Mark
Coffee.
Simpson Wedge, you're a bit on the nose there.
Robert
I had a
Cassidy.
mad crush on Castle when I was a kid, said Robert Cassidy. Well, didn't we all?
Pinocchio, cup of tea, torch. However, there are several people, Steve Fisher and James Fielding, Ricky Johnson and Ralph Tipton included, who are all getting it right.
Yes.
Shall we put them out of their misery?
Come
Because
on,
I can
then.
see a lot of misery here.
Yes. I'll make a toy boy.
And that's from Mr. Bumbledrop.
I've told you Lucky Boy, of course.
Yes.
That's right. Well done.
Yes.
It wasn't too bad, was it?
I mean-
Actually, we had several right answers.
It was pretty bad. Sorry, everyone.
Well, I mean, it certainly helped by the fact that you flashed up the answer before I read the question, which may be why we got so many correct
Oh,
answers.
it's so simple, and yet I've messed it up so
No,
badly.
it was very good. You did very well, Jamie. Well, that concludes another blankety blank for this month.
Luckily for everyone. I think it might be time for yet another commercial break, Richard.
I love these. They're coming thick and fast.
Well, this is the last one, so
Okay.
don't get too comfortable.
Here we go.
It's our final commercial break for Spectrum File 3.
This is the voice of the Mr. We will stop the world.
Well, I cut to that slightly early, but never mind.
No, that's all right.
No,
That's
there
fine.
was some lovely music going on in the in the other video, which I cut away
Who
from.
said they could hear it? I mean, you just don't know, do we?
That's true, nobody knows.
It's time for this month in Jerry Anderson history. We do pack a lot into this show, don't we?
We do.
Particularly towards the back end. It's trying to be desperate to keep people listening.
The longer people watch, the
Yeah.
more rewards they receive.
It's true. And don't forget, we've still got our competition winner from last month
Yes.
and a new competition that we've yet to think of.
Yeah, I better think of a question for
Yeah.
that.
However, this month in Jerry Anderson history. Well, firstly, we have viewers Christopher and Matthew List who celebrate their birthdays on October the 18th.
Both Christopher and Matt, are they twins?
They are well worked out, Jamie.
Sorry, I just...
Very good.
I thought you may have not known the surname of Christopher, but Christopher and Matthew List, the twins.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yes,
For
exactly.
later this month.
They share their birthday month with Space Precinct's Jerome Willis, who was born in October the 23rd, 1928.
Gosh.
Four Feather Falls, Tex Tucker.
Tux Tecker.
Yeah, you've got to be careful. Nicholas Parsons was born on the 10th of October. What year do you think Nicholas Parsons was born?
What? Do I have to pretend not to know?
Oh, you just looked at it, or you just know anybody?
Well, I know because I know he's 94 this year.
Oh, all right.
94?
Yes, born in 1923. And marionette maker and puppeteer extraordinaire Christine Glanville was born on the 24th of October 1924.
Lovely, lovely, lovely Christine.
I mean, the fact, it's amazing, isn't it, that these programmes are so far back in our history now that many of the people associated with them were born almost 100 years ago. That's extraordinary, isn't it? Amazing.
It is incredible.
But wonderful that we're still celebrating them and talking about them to this day.
Well, and that Nicholas is
Wow.
still going and still acting.
Very much so.
And
Absolutely
last
right.
year was in Terrorhawk Season 2.
Indeed.
Playing Nickel Plate Starsons.
I see what you did there, very clever.
I didn't do that, that was
no.
somebody else.
In October 2013, Partworks publisher Eagle Moss launched the Jerry Anderson Vintage Comic Collection, which not only featured classic comic strips from TV Century 21 and Countdown, but new features and art by a certain, it says ace artist here, Lee
I think
Sullivan.
you're mispronouncing that. Yes, Lee Sullivan.
There
Gosh,
he is.
well, I think we're familiar with him, aren't we, in his drawing skills?
Yes. October 2014 saw a fantastic collection of Anderson memorabilia in Stoke-on-Trent. David Sisson displayed many of his excellent models and recreations alongside original props and clothing from across the Anderson universe.
Did anyone go to Stoke-on-Trent
Of course he did.
in
October
2014?
2014.
Anyone who's watching? I don't
Oh,
mean,
I see.
I don't mean was there anyone there.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you go? Tell us, share a photo if you have access to one immediately somehow, or
Yes, pop it in the comments
or
below.
send it to Fab Live. Actually, send it to fablive@jerryanderson.co.uk. and
That'd be
we'll share
great.
it next time.
And finally, thanks to Chris Dale for compiling our list of transmission and premiere broadcasts for this month. Today, the 2nd of October, saw the first transmission of Thunderbirds episode Atlantic Inferno in 1966.
Gosh.
UFO episode The Sound of Silence premiered on October the 7th, 1970. And October the 27th saw premieres of episodes of Four Feather Falls, Ride 'em Cowboy in 1960, Fireball XL5, Space Magnet in 1963, Captain Scarlet's Avalanche in 1967, Joe 90's Colonel McLean in 1968, and The Protectors, the big hit, in 1972. What an auspicious day in the Jerry Anderson calendar.
Yeah, amazing.
October 27th.
Fantastic.
Yes, well, we should mark that somehow. We should make that a special day in our calendar, shouldn't we? And watch all of those episodes back to back.
We should. We should.
That's just an idea.
Maybe next year we can do that.
Maybe next
If we're not doing Fab
Let's
Live.
do that. Yeah, great. And that is this month in Jerry Anderson history.
Dum 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 dum. Like
That's
the
it,
thing. Thank
yeah.
you, Mark Mr. Wedge, for that.
Yes.
Oh no! I think we have to do that thing that you love doing.
What's that? I don't know what you could mean.
The one that you can do in public.
Pardon? Well, one I haven't been arrested for yet.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
It's your brainchild.
Is it?
And everyone's favourite. The moment that 61 people have been waiting for.
Let's see it.
I think I messed this up as well.
Oh,
You know?
Jamie, after the big build-up. Wow. There we go.
Yes!
Right, he's very pleased with himself now.
I got one right.
Yeah, so, for those of you who are still with us,
Hang on. There's a birthday.
where is it?
Ricky Johnston.
Oh, yes. It's my daughter, Lexi's birthday today. She's recently joined me for Anderson Day at Space Centre and Thunderbirds Day at The View. I got a future Anderson fan in the making. Could you wish her a happy birthday, please? Her middle names are Melody and... Melody Ann, after Melody Angel.
Amazing.
So that's Lexi.
Lexi,
Well, happy
Melody,
birthday.
Ann Johnston.
Yeah. Why aren't you in bed?
Happy birthday, and go to bed immediately. It's past your bedtime.
It really is.
No, happy birthday.
Yes, how lovely.
SIG, FAB, and all other SPA, especially SPA, Lexi.
Excellent. Very good. Great. So it's time for Fab or Fib, my personal favourite part of the show. What, you look like you're going to say something else?
No,
now.
I just think there's a few people saying yes and woohoo, but I think that's because they know the show's coming to an end, not because it's Fab or Fib. Do correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but yes.
This is the part of the show where I present you with 5 fabulous facts from the Jerry Anderson universe. It's up to you to work out if they are fab or fib. That is to say, if they're true or false.
Yes,
But
fab
we
being
use the,
true,
yeah, exactly,
Fib
and
being
fib
false.
That's
But
right.
only one can be Fab.
Yes,
So you can't hedge your bets and go, oh, all 5 are Fab.
that's right.
Once you say Fab,
That's it.
you're out of Fabs. You've only
Yes.
got Fibs left.
So what we'll do is read through the 5, and you can have your comments and let us know whether you think they're fab or fib, and then we'll recap at the end and put all 5 up on the screen, and we'll eliminate them and see how well you do.
Yes.
So here is your first fab or fib fact.
Let's hope these work.
Well done. Space 1999's Barry Morse
Strawberry Morse.
was auditioned to replace John Pertwee as Doctor Who in 1974. He turned the part down, but suggested the producers see his mate, who was then working on a building site, a certain Tom Baker. Tom Baker.
I knew you'd do the voice. He
Yes.
always does the blooming voice.
Yes.
Terry
So-
Wogan and Tom Baker.
So, was Barry Morse auditioned to replace John Pertwee as Doctor Who in 74, but turned the part down in favour of his mate Tom Baker? Fab or fib? What do we think? Is that fab, or is it fib? Ralph Titterton said the cider is working very well.
He's numbing the pain of Fab Live. Oh,
Here we go,
dear.
lots of fibs. I see. Mark Simpson Wedge says a fib, Emma Thick fib, Kirsty Brown fib.
Christina's gone early with her Fab.
Oh yes, you're right, fab. I'm going to use my fab now. Well, that means that the other 4 must be fibs.
Yeah, it does, automatically.
Number 2. No stranger to prosthetic makeup, Space Precinct's Richard James, that's me, once played the Nicorette cigarette man in a campaign to help people stop smoking. Is that fab or fib? In my illustrious career, did I once play the Nicorette cigarette man in a stop smoking campaign? Fab or fib? A few fibs coming up.
I mean, the amazing Photoshop skills alone suggest that that's probably Fab.
Yes, that is quite incredible, Jamie.
Thank you. I mean, can
now
you
look.
can you tell?
But Paul Maxter says, I'm waiting to the end.
Paul.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's reasonable.
It is. I mean, there are no hard and fast rules. Andrew Sierre, fib. Kirsty Brown, fib. Christelle, fab. And Christina Sales, I don't know if that's fab or fib, but that's hilarious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, she means the Photoshopping.
Or the idea of me playing a huge cigarette, perhaps.
Yes.
Fab or fib number 3. Islet Park House, the location used for the filming of Jerry's early series, was reputedly haunted by the ghost of a young boy called Sam Louver, a name Jerry subsequently borrowed for the deputy of the World Intelligence Network in Joe 90. And there is the ghostly apparition itself.
Yeah.
Is that fab or fib?
Actually caught on camera there.
Yeah,
A
amazing.
weirdly familiar face there.
Yes. Islet Park House, the location used for filming many of Jerry's early series, was reputedly haunted by the ghost of a young boy called Sam Louver.
There's a whole host of fibs coming up there, but Roger Smith says Fab.
Okay, Roger, good.
Robert Hill, fib. Duncan Moss, fib.
Right,
Gary Hodgkinson, fib.
right.
Well, lots of fibs. Harry Rayner also says fib.
Okay. Time to move on to number 4 then. Fab or fib? UFO's Ed Bishop once played Sean Connery's right thumb in a close-up hand shot from the film Meteor. As it was filming in the next door soundstage, Ed was asked to provide his digit for a pickup shot once Connery's contract had expired. Fab or fib?
I mean, that's a very, nice-looking thumb there, isn't it? So
It's
you
very
can-
well done.
can
Not sure
see.
it's his thumb, but it's certainly
How do you
a nice looking
know?
thumb. Well, why would he be looking at it like that?
Oh, because someone had said,
Sean
can
needs
you remember which digit you used in that film? And he's just checking it out. Yeah, it's definitely this one.
Mark Simpson Wedge says that the previous one was a fib because there's no such thing as ghosts.
Oh, Mark, don't spoil it.
Yeah. Lots of fibs coming through for this one. Robert Cassidy says a fab.
Yeah,
For
so
Ed
does Emma
Bishop's
Thick.
thumb.
Emma Thick says Fab too.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fab.
Yeah,
But
fabs
there's
and fibs.
still one more fact, isn't
So,
there?
finally, fab or fib number 5. Puppeteer Christine Glanville was a descendant of French royalty, her name taken from the town of Glan in Aquitaine, and was actually 134th in line to the French throne. And there she is. Well, she looks quite at home there, doesn't she?
She looks very regal, doesn't she?
She does. Beautiful crown on her head. Puppeteer Christine Glanville was a descendant of French royalty, her name taken from the town of Glan, spelt Glane, hence Glanville, I suppose.
Yeah,
The town of
town of
Glan
Glan.
in Aquitaine. And she was actually the 134th in line to the French throne. Is that fab or fib?
Oh, there's a
What do
couple
you
of
think?
fabs there. Andrew Sierra and Chris Honey say fab.
Yeah.
Ashley Bell, Rebecca Smith, and Emma Nichols all disagree.
Well-
As does Duncan Moss.
Yes.
Duncan's very vocal with his fibs tonight.
Isn't he? Andrew Sierra again says fab. Have you not had a fab already, Andrew? So, fabs and fibs are plenty there.
There are.
So, is it time for a quick recap?
It is a recap.
So again, comment below as we quickly flick through each of these fab or fibs. Remember, only one is true. Only one is a fab and the rest are fibs.
Yeah.
Space 1999's Barry Morse. Was he auditioned to replace John Pertwee in 1974? Turning down the part, but suggesting his mate who worked on the building site, Tom Baker. Fab or fib? No stranger to prosthetic makeup, Space Precinct's Richard James once played the Nicorette cigarette man in a campaign to help people stop smoking. Is that fab or fib? I've done worse, I have to say.
Terror Hawks.
Islet Park House, the location used for filming Jerry's early series, was reputedly haunted by the ghost of a young boy called Sam Louver, which became a name that Jerry used in Joe 90, fab or fib. Ed Bishop, did he once provide a thumb for Sean Connery in Meteor as they were filming in the next door soundstage, fab or fib? And finally, Christine Glanville, was she actually 134th in line to the French throne? Gareth Jones says number 4 is fab.
I
Robert
see a
Hills.
lot of fours.
Yeah, 4 was Ed Bishop's thumb. That's interesting, isn't it? Christine Sales, fab 2, she thinks.
No, one fab,
Oh,
2
yes.
to 5 fib.
I see. Yeah, great. Well, but great difference of opinion there. Edward Grabowski says number 2 is fab.
There's a couple of people say number 2, but then Joanne Bennett is saying number 4, and Michael Bancroft,
Yeah,
number 3,
yeah.
Lyle Spencer 2. There's quite a lot
Well,
of disagreement here.
Isn't that fantastic? So, is it time to whittle them down?
Let's put them out of their misery, shall we?
Well, let's get rid of Ed Bishop because I'm afraid that's a fib. However, I have to say it's based on a true story that I heard from an actor who played a character in EastEnders once, but I'm not sure what character he was. Anyway, I saw him in a production of something and went to a Q&A, and he once told the story of how he played Sean Connery's thumb in a film.
Oh, there you go. So it's based in truth, but it wasn't
No,
Ed Bishop.
Still a fib.
There we go.
So that one's wrong. Number 5 is out. Let's get rid of number 1, shall we?
Do we have to?
Well, if you could
I
reach.
quite like that picture.
It is a lovely picture. And no, Barry Morse was not considered for the part, as far as I know, of Doctor Who in 1974, following on from John Pertwee. Neither was Christine Glanville an heir to the French throne, which is disappointing, because
Yes.
that would have been lovely, wouldn't
And
it?
she would have been a very deserving heir to the throne. I
Absolutely.
think.
So now we are left with our top 2. So which of these, finally, is fab or fib?
What do you think?
Did I indeed play what was it, the Nicorette cigarette man in a campaign to help people stop smoking? Or did the ghost of Sam Louver once haunt Islet Park? Let's have your answers now, 2 or 3, in the comments below. If you think 2 is true, say number 2. If you think 3 is true, say number 3.
Gosh. Foiled again.
Guess it's 2 then, says Andrew. Yeah, Chris Dale says 2.
What does Dickie Phelps say?
Poo. We've all been there, we know how to feel.
I guess you got it wrong.
Right, Robert Monk says now 3. He's changed his mind.
Ah.
Yeah, because the previous one was wrong. Scott says 3 as well. Obviously it can't be 3. Ghosts don't exist, says Andrew. Well, yes, okay. So, let's put them out of their misery, shall we?
Yeah, we should do it quickly.
Well, it's not number 3. It's in fact number 1.
Richard,
Yes,
can it really be that
it's
you played a
true.
giant cigarette?
It's true, I did indeed.
Do you know what?
play James
Annoyingly,
Scott.
I
Yeah.
tried to get the video, but it failed down. But you can see it on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, you can find Richard James
If
in the
you
Nicorette.
search very hard, I think you need to use some very specific search terms to do with dancing girls or something. Yes.
I don't know. But
Yes.
if you can't find it, I'll find it and post it on Twitter and on my Facebook page.
Great.
So,
That'll be exciting.
but yes, Richard was a real life giant cigarette.
I was, it's true.
And you can tell it's him.
Yeah, you can, can't you? I
Yes.
know. I
He's
know.
got that big
There we
grin.
are. The things I've done for money. I have no shame, I tell you. So that completes this month's Fab or Fib. So well done everyone for playing along at home. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I know you did too, didn't you?
I love every minute of it. Woo.
There'll be more next month.
Yes, there will. Do you know what? That brings us to the end of our content for Fab Live
Yeah,
this
well,
week.
does that mean we need to announce our competition winner from last month and also set a new competition for this month?
Yes, it does. Take your time announcing, because I need to think of the other thing.
So, well, can you remember what exactly we were giving away last time?
Oh yeah, so
'Cause that
last
is a lot.
time we put together the ultimate Captain Scarlet 50th anniversary prize package, which was so exciting that it led to over 500 of you entering
Yes.
the competition. Unprecedented.
Yes.
The good news is that anyone who hasn't won but did enter will be receiving a discount code for Captain Scarlet 50th anniversary items from the Jerry Anderson store
Well, you're spoiling us, Jamie.
as a booby prize.
Great. Very nice.
They'll be coming out later this week. So if you missed out and you want to pick up things like Spectrum Files or Captain Scarlet DVD or new Captain Scarlet Blu-ray or any of that, then you can use it there.
Excellent.
But the prize package included the complete Captain Scarlet Classic Series on DVD, new Captain Scarlet on Blu-ray, a special prototype model of the upcoming Corgi Spectrum Saloon car, a Robert Harrop Spectrum plaque, other things that I've forgotten about, a print by Lee Sullivan,
Yes. Beautiful.
a Captain Scarlet 50th anniversary poster. I mean, it's a huge package worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of
Yes,
pounds.
yes.
All the Spectrum files and the Captain Scarlet 50th anniversary box set from Big Finish.
Yeah.
It's an amazing prize.
Bonkers.
Which is why so many of you entered.
Indeed so. And of course, we had to pick a winner. And only one of you could win. So, our winner this month is... Oh, I suppose we ought to give the question an answer.
Oh yeah, what was the question, Richard, and what's the answer?
Keep them hanging on a little bit longer. We asked the question, in which country was Captain Magenta born? I'd say we did have lots and lots of right answers, didn't we?
Yeah, a few weird ones.
Yeah.
A few
but
wrong ones.
mostly...
And I've never seen
right.
so many different spellings of magenta. Amazing.
true.
Very creative.
In which country was Captain Magenta born? The answer was, of course, Ireland. And our winner for this month was Kevin Thompson.
Who, amazingly, is that Kevin whose daughter's birthday is tonight?
Was that Kevin Thompson?
I think it might have been Kevin. Anyway, Kevin Thompson, you're
Well,
the
you've
winner.
just won a huge bundle of Captain Scarlet stuff.
Yes, so send us an email with your address on and we'll get it sent out to you. It'll probably come in several parts because it's coming from lots of different places.
Yes.
But goodness me, it's an amazing prize.
That's brilliant.
So many congratulations. Thank you all of you for your entries. There were
Yes.
so blooming many of them.
Yes, there were. And well done, Kevin. That's fantastic.
Yes.
So, the next competition, Jamie?
Yes, our next prize competition is a special selection of Thunderbirds Day related bits and pieces,
Ooh.
as well as some new bits and pieces of Captain Scarlet merchandise. But it will include a Captain Scarlet celebration medal,
You're right.
the Thunderbirds medal collection, posters, patches, tons of other goodies, and also a proof version, so not a non-finalised one that says proof in the back of Day After Tomorrow, and Richard, I can scribble in it or something if you want, if you're not worried about devaluing it.
Yeah.
So that's our prize for next month.
Great.
The question is,
Yeah.
which well-known TV and film actor had one of his first screen appearances on Space Precinct as a pizza delivery boy?
Wow. Yeah.
Now,
Nice.
it's difficult or easy depending on
Whether you know
where
it
it
or
comes
not.
from. But yeah, Space Precinct had a pizza delivery guy in. He was dubbed badly
Yes.
in the episode, and he's gone on to become a massive film and TV star. But
Yes.
who was it?
Do not comment below.
Don't post it in the comments because then other people will see the answer. But do send us your answer to fablive@jerryanderson.co.uk.
Yes.
And you could be the winner next month of our Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet prize package, which will be worth somewhere in the region of about £300.
Amazing.
Another amazing prize.
That is incredible. Lots of people wishing congratulations to Kevin, so that's very, very nice
Yes,
on
congrats,
his win.
Kevin.
But now it's your turn, so if you know the answer to that, which famous TV and film star once appeared in his early career as a pizza delivery boy, in an episode of Space Precinct? Send that along with any questions, comments, pictures to fablive@jerryanderson.co.uk, and we'll see you next month. Do we know the date? Scott very kindly tweeted the date.
Hang on.
And I've even forgotten it.
I'm going to get it.
Great.
Just pad for a bit.
Yeah,
pad for
so
a bit.
we'll be back the first Monday of November for Fab Live 10.
Double figures?
Yes,
Can you
whoever
believe
would have
it?
thought. At 7 o'clock on Monday, the
6th.
Of November.
Monday the 6th of November. We'll see you then.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next month.
Yeah, we probably will. Goodbye.
Bye.